Oh, and we're live.
Yes.
Hey guys,
Hi everybody.
welcome to another Emerge Detour Essentials live. As you can see, it's just me and Kathy right now holding down the fort. But Rochelle's backstage and she's going to be joining us in a couple of minutes. Hi, Kat.
Hi, Nye.
Did you almost say hi, Rush? That's okay.
But she's usually the one that greets us first, and it's just.
I know. She's throwing off the flow today.
Yeah. So how was your week?
It was okay. I think every week is getting a little bit better. As you know, places are opening back. As it relates to Garrett Communications, we're getting requests for proposals and we're having meetings again. That's hi, Rush.
But it's so hi. I feel like I skated in.
You kind of did. You kind of went, hey. Welcome to Emerge.
That's what happens, you sometimes you have to remember that you're an adult, so you have like all these other things, so you're jumping off of one thing into another. But God is good. We're here, girls.
Hi. So Catherine was just asking how the week was. So I was just saying that, it's interesting. Things seem to be slowly trying to get back to some kind of normalcy. So even with the agency, Garrett Communications, we're starting to get like requests for meetings and requests for proposals and like things are happening again.
Yeah.
So this week,
who does that?
Huh?
I have 2 in-person meetings tomorrow, and I'm like, who does that?
Oh, I haven't had one of those yet.
No. I'm not available for in-person.
Yeah,
Gabrielle logged on and saw Naomi and myself, and her response was, "Excuse me," and then it was followed by, "Where is Rush?"
Gabby, I'm here, honey.
Yeah, I will literally just sip my tea.
Yeah. But Nye, I have to tell you that you have been such an inspiration to me, because even now when I'm sitting by myself having my cup of coffee, I find that I try to tilt the mug just like that. And sometimes I stop in between sips and I do this.
I told you.
I thank you. Thank you for what you're doing to change me. Thank you.
Rochelle, I really thought you were going to say something like sensible a while ago. What did I
do? But guys, you remember the week I've had, it's been absolutely crazy. I have not slept for 2 days. So I had my first incident with child, because he's starting to step and gum, and there was blood, and I have not cried much in, I don't know, I don't think I've ever cried this much. He's fine. I not fine.
Not so fine.
No, not so fine. And I'm just surprising myself, because I always thought, like, as a mother and stuff, I'd be like, like, oh, you man, you just fall on the ground and you jump up, and I mean, what's a little blood between mom and son and stuff? I'm not. I went to the bathroom and I was like, I closed the door and I was like, just cry it out, Rush. It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm sure Christian is fine.
No, and then I was hovering yesterday and I could see him kind of looking like, no matter what it is.
I need my space.
Yeah. But apparently there's more of it to come. So I saw a soursop tree in the backyard, so I'm going to drink a lot of soursop leaf. I'm busy.
What does that do?
Your nerves.
Calm your nerves? Okay.
It calms your nerves. So when your nerves need to calm, just come for some of the leaf them. I'm going to give you some, might calm you down.
Thank you. I'll take that. Catherine, how was your week?
It's been good. It's been like you said, everywhere's opening up now. So, people are placing more demands, which is good. I'm not complaining. I'm grateful, this entrepreneurial life is still trying to get accustomed to it. So I'm grateful. Yep.
Yeah, little nervous about the place opening up like this, but
I see. Wait,
Gabby,
is that a message? Gabby
just asked a really good question. Gabby said, "Did you guys have the bake off?"
We weren't supposed to have bake off, first of all.
I will allow maybe Rochelle to answer that question.
I could. No problem, Nai. So
we weren't supposed to have a bake off.
No, you're interrupting me. You're interrupting me. So Gabrielle had no bake off. So there was no bake off, Gabby. What we had though was a tray of the most
delicious cinnamon rolls.
Delightful cinnamon rolls, lick foil cinnamon rolls you've ever had.
I got two this
So
time.
we had. So I want to tell you though that we had suggested for the bake off that someone named Kathy should make some brownies. What we did see was a box of brownie mix that was unopened. So no, there was no bake off. There were just the cinnamon rolls.
There was not supposed to be a bake off.
There was supposed to be a bake off, Catherine.
No, there was no bake off. I was just supposed to be providing the brownies, which I will do at our next meeting.
Okay, you guys heard it here first.
Thank you.
But I'm so grateful for Gabby for bringing.
But guys,
if I'm going to block all of my family from joining us, block, because I don't know who's there.
You can't do that. So guys, are we gonna start with our intros?
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nai.
Oh, I thought. Oh. Did Catherine just disappear to give me more room?
Yeah, more room to shine.
Back. Okay. So hi guys. Thanks again for joining us for another week of Emerge Detour Essentials Live. My name is Naomi Garrick, also known as the PR Chick, and I am a personal branding coach and a PR consultant and the founder of Garrick Communications. I am also one of the Emerge trio.
Yay.
Okay. Next up.
I'm sounding like. Hi, my name is Rushane Campbell. I'm one of the Emerge trio. I'm an attorney at law. I'm a people builder. I'm also CEO and founder of Prescient Consulting Services Limited, which provides legal, human resource, and crisis communications consultancy to a wide range of organizations. We are all about impactful communication, HR, and legal strategies.
You couldn't even tell me to prepare. I don't understand you.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Nat. Thank you, Teach. Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
So I am Kathy Goodall. I am co-founder of Emerge, and I'm also co-founder of Redefined Business Services Limited, which is a strategic agency. See, I'm going to bite my tongue. That focuses on business processing, strategy, and marketing, of course. And my partner does accounting. I am a closer and a connector of dots, brands, and businesses.
Guys, I have tears in my eyes.
Okay. All right. So last week, I'm so happy that we were able to celebrate our 10th videoversary last week. And we got to share some time with some of our emergers. So I just want to take the time, or we want to take the time to say thank you again to Janice Allen, Alicia Taylor, Simone Mahaber, and Kemhoy Doheny, all the way from New York, that joined us. Thank you guys for joining us and for being our supporters and for encouraging us constantly. So today, we have two very interesting people. And remember, we talked about Rochelle loving big words. Well, the big words have rubbed off on the rest of us. And so Naomi decided to use another big word this week for our two guests. And because I don't want to bite my tongue, I'm going to have Naomi tell us what a multipotentialite is.
Well, you just said it, Catherine.
Yeah, I said tell us what it is.
And you didn't bite your tongue. You did it quite well, actually.
Thank you.
So we're talking today about multipotentialites. So we hear about multi-passionates and multi-potentialites all the time, or I think it's a new buzzword actually. And what it simply means is talking about people that are interested in a lot of different things, but they actually pursue them all. So, a lot of us say that we like this and we like that and we want to try this and we want to try that, but then we still stick to the one thing. These people want it all, they do it all, they try it all. If something fails, that's fine. They'll go back and they'll try something else that they like. And so you'll find that a multi-potentialite will have multiple talents, multiple interests, and they're pursuing them all at the same time. So today, we're actually going to be joined by two very special guests, as Catherine said. We're going to be joined by, well, first of all, should I just announce the two? I mean, those who follow us know it's going to be Alaine Lawton and also Rushane Campbell. But first up, it's going to be Rushane. So everyone who follows him on YouTube, we probably know him as RushCam. But I'm just going to do a quick little refresher on who he is for those who don't know. So Rushane, he is my first encounter with Rushane, I was just like, this guy is a natural storyteller. Rushane, I hope you remember I said it first, okay? Natural storyteller. Like when he starts to talk and tell his stories, you are just captivated by what he has to say. And now he has taken his storytelling to YouTube. And we're all helping him on his quest to go to 50,000 viewers. He even has a hashtag for it. It's hashtag Rush to 50K. So if you guys aren't following RushCam, we encourage you to support him, subscribe to his YouTube channel as we all help him on his journey to 50K. So he's a storyteller. But for some people, you may not know that Rushane is also graduated top of his class from Norman Manley Law School, right? But as a multi-potentialite, he also had other callings, other interests, and he decided to stop law and pursue these other things, or to follow his heart and his passion. So we're gonna bring Rush on now. So now we have two Rushes, because we have Adrenaline Rush, and now we have RushCam. Hey, Rush!
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? How is everybody?
We are great.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. How could I not?
Huh?
I was gonna say, how could I not mention that? His most famous line is "Pack up."
Yeah, pack up
Everything.
Everything. You either pack up or you pack up yourself. So, like, you can pack up yourself with positivity, or you can pack up the haters and the idiot them and make them go on and just, pack them. Yeah.
Pack them right up. What were you saying, Rush? Were you saying that you're saying something about Rochelle?
Oh, no, I was saying that Rochelle, I've met Rochelle once, but I'm like a super fan. Like I'm literally a fan. Not an AC, like a big fan. A big fan. The fan will blow you off of the, big fan, huge. So, hi Rochelle.
Hi, we're fan friends.
Rochelle, you mute.
I'm mute.
No.
You can't hear her?
No.
And I'm muted for here.
No, I'm not hearing her.
Oh my. This happened last week with somebody. All right, Rochelle's going to come back in.
Okay. Well, but Naomi and Kathy, I'm fans of yours as well. But
nobody's sorry for it.
It's okay. Rochelle can get that.
We have history, guys. We have history.
Oh, I see. Familiarity now is what it is. That is it,
You look at people from afar and you're just like, oh, yeah.
You can't hear me now?
Adrenaline rush.
You hearing me?
Oh, yes.
That's what you're saying again, Rochelle.
No, I was saying that we are both fans of each other. So we're fan friends. So we're not pack up.
So Roshane, while you went out, he was telling us that, guys, don't feel bad. I'm your fan. I'm your fan too. We're like, it's okay. We understand familiarity.
Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. So, Rush, we're so happy to have you on the show. I mean, we've all been watching the journey. It's absolutely amazing. We're going to touch on all the little things. We're going to touch on, I mean, I'm going to start first by talking about your social media journey, but of course, we're going to go into, you know, your law school journey and also things like I'm still waiting on my right and bright, by the way. But we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. But what we really want to hear about right now, Rush, is tell us a little bit about your this social media journey, this journey on YouTube, this thing that has literally just exploded into me. It seems like a very short space of time, and the impact.
Yeah, so I say to people all the time that I consider myself to be a regular guy doing regular things. And Naomi, I you know that in the entertainment industry there's certain pockets that people like identify with. So they're like, oh, you're a singer, oh, you're an actor, oh, you do skits or this or that. And I didn't recall a time when there was, oh, I'm a YouTuber. I'm not somebody who decided to go on YouTube who had a platform before, just a YouTuber. And so I decided that I wanted to pursue the journey of building that platform from scratch, like telling stories, sharing my life, vlogging, doing all of these things, challenges with friends from the ground. And it was really a challenge because, as I said, there was no foundation in people's minds, right?
Yeah.
I don't follow him on Instagram. I don't know him from anywhere. Why? Why this guy? And so it was really a climb to get to where I am now. But I think I've been guided by just the principle that my grandmother used to, God bless her, so she used to say to me all the time, to thine own self be true. And so I just decided that I would guide social media and the different platforms with the truth of who I am.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who I can say, you talk about multi-potentialite, I'm a multi-platformite. So you've seen me on Twitter, you've seen me on YouTube, you've seen me on Instagram, you've seen me on TikTok, because I'm just sharing myself and different versions of the authentic self. So Twitter is a platform where I talk, I'm there because I have things to say. Oh, you want to see pictures? I'm there because I went to the beach. Or you want to see a dance? Oh yeah, because I can dance. So that was it, and I've just been so blessed to see how people have gravitated to that story of a regular guy who wanted to do regular
Regular
things, and
things.
you know, it's been great.
So you've been very consistent across platforms, right? And I know that is something that individuals that really want to grow their numbers struggle with, right? Consistency. People feel that they can post today, don't post next week or for a whole month and still have the engagement that they had 2 months ago. So I've noticed the consistency with you on all the platforms that you mentioned. How do you choose what type of content you want to share with your audience on any given days? Or do you have a strategy behind it, or you just wake up today, I'm like, I'm going to talk about this?
Okay, so the strategy across the platforms before COVID was you have one piece of content, which is the YouTube content, and you just tailor it for each platform, right? So you have your short videos on Instagram, your short videos on Twitter, stuff like that. That was the idea before.
So you just repurpose the main YouTube content.
Right.
Okay.
It's like one main thing just repurposed in different formats.
Okay.
But since COVID, I've been much more comfortable with my voice being heard, and so on Twitter, it's a very serious space for me to share how I feel about things, you know, and without reservation. On Instagram, it's more than just promoting a video now. It's now sharing the same story, but in a audio visual form. So it's strategic in the sense that I know what works works for each platform, but it's not strategic in the content. So if something is hot today, Naomi, we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
So of course you choose your battles, and not everything is gonna be a fight, but that's how it is. So whereas before, probably 2 years ago, when you're doing blogging and you're doing all these things, you have your content calendar, and you're like, yeah man, Monday I'm going to do this, Tuesday I'm going to do this, Wednesday, and it's super curated. It's not like that anymore. It's sort of like keeping your finger on the pulse and reading the room and going with the flow.
Yeah.
So how do you manage your, because you know that I'm always talking about personal branding and branding, right? How do you manage your own social media or your online brand?
That's an excellent question because it's that gut. It's the gut. So Naomi, I have a very, very, very good gut. Like I know what. First of all, the foundation for me is that I'm not doing anything that does not feel true to who I am. Right?
Yeah.
That's the foundation. So you're not getting me to do something if I don't want to do it. So that alone eliminates half of the problem because I'm being true to myself. That's foundation number one. The other part now, which we would call like the pillars, would be just interests. Like, what am I interested in? What do I like to do? All of those things. Those help me to establish like the pillars of the brand. And I'm also very aware that I can change my mind. So like today I can like something and I can talk about it and I can change
Not
my
like
mind.
it.
Because the brand is me. And so if I'm evolving and I'm changing, the brand can evolve and change as well. And that's the beauty of having a personal brand as opposed to a brand that is, I'm not a sneakers company where my Apple sells sneakers. You know, I'm not a tie company where my Apple sell tie. All I have to do is show up. And once I show up as me, then that is it. No, those are the pillars. And now I've had the pleasure and the absolute joy of having like a manager and somebody who that is Auntie Karen, but I call her Auntie Karen, but she helps me in making some of the more the business decisions that you can't just use for, because there's gut and then there is business, and there has to be like a discussion about those and how it affects your bigger picture brand. So all of those things come together to create this house.
Exactly. Great. I love that. And I love that you said someone in the comments chat with Shan said you have to show up for me. And that's so important, right? But again, you can't show up for you unless you know who you are. Right? And a lot of us have that gut feeling, but then we don't trust the gut. And that's what leads us into a lot of issues and problems. So that's great that you're very aware of that, but you don't not only aware of it, but you actually know how to respond to it.
Yeah, and Naomi, you know, the thing about it too is that like it's not just like the gut, but also knowing that it's okay if people don't see that vision. Because many times we have like this gut feeling, or we're like, oh, I'm gonna be true to myself, but it's always contingent upon whether or not people like it. You know? And so it has to be I'm okay if I'm doing something that feels authentic and only one person watches it on YouTube. You know? You have to have that peace in your spirit to know that. So that's also important.
Love that. And and as I said, you feel like not everyone's gonna be into what you're into, right? And that's okay too. So we use this word influencer very loosely. Everybody's an influencer these days, right? It's the reality, right? What I would want to ask is, how influential are social media influencers? And do you consider yourself to be an influencer?
I consider myself to be a thought leader.
I like that.
Our generation. Yeah. I think that it's more than just influence. I think that it's I'm able to drive discussions. I'm able to get the ball rolling. I'm able to start the gears, get the wheels turning on people's on discussions and
Yes.
on so many different things. But as it relates to social media influencers, I think that they're in this space now. I think that they are effective when they let me start from scratch actually. I think that the definition of social media influencer is not just people who have followers. And so from I consider you a social media influencer because you have a voice and you use that voice and that voice is influential. You are effective in my eye because I don't connect it to numbers. You get me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
it's a little abstract for some people.
Absolutely, because I mean the thing is, you can have, as we've seen many times over, you can have a million followers, but if you're not able to engage and actually have
Exactly.
your followers act on something, then you don't really have influence.
Right. And so you're a social media person with followers. But in my view, you're not
But
an influencer. And so
but with no impact.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So because the threshold is already like set like that for me, I don't have any issues recognizing whether or not somebody has influence. But that is a whole other conversation now because some of the brands and businesses and companies don't see that and
Mhm.
they don't get that, you know? And so we do have people with a lot of followers with no influence who do get brand deals and who have to work with companies. And then the whole big question arises, are those people influencers? No, they were never influencers in the first place. They were
Correct.
wrongly chosen.
Correct.
Yeah,
And
but
and,
as
and,
it
it's,
relates,
and it's really a big problem, Rush, because
Yeah.
at a PR agency, we are asked many times to connect brands with influencers. And sometimes brands will just say, hey, we want to send a package to this person. And we have to be the ones to say, but that person actually doesn't use your products, or they don't cook, or they don't, you know. And so it is still a learning process, I think, for a lot of these marketing companies and a lot of the brands who don't really connect the dots like Catherine does, right? Because
yeah,
Catherine is
yeah,
our connector. But and it's a real challenge because then the influencers feel very frustrated. Some of them will go ahead and take the opportunities, not realizing that it is actually not aligned with their brand and they're actually being of a disservice to their audience.
yeah. And
So
it's because of that. It's we're kind of so happy to be chosen, you know? Oh, they thought of me. Oh, they chose me. And so um, that is why the foundation of your platform has to be so important because you should be comfortable saying, no man, like I can't be selling lipstick and you never see me in lipstick yet. You know? You should be comfortable saying that because you know who you are. So
yeah.
yeah.
So it goes down to, and I heard someone said it on a live recently, it goes down to your value and understanding your values.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So one of the things, so we would have all seen, for those who follow Meet the Mitchells, that Tammy and Wayne had posted how you and Perry were really helpful with them starting their own all realtors, their own YouTube channel. And they were so grateful for that support. Because not everybody, we live in a environment where there's a lot of this scarcity mindset, and people aren't willing to share their experiences with others so that they can succeed. So I think it was really great that you did that. I saw that they spoke about that. And so we also admire how much you use your platforms to really help others and to shine a spotlight, on other people in different types of ways. And you also keep us very, very entertained. Um, so I think the question I'd want to ask is, what really kind of led you to want to be able to not just use a platform for you, but to also showcase others?
Because Naomi, the platform, is just access that I've been given to a group of people to continue to do what I've always done, right? And in my daily life, I believe in lifting up others. In my daily life, I believe in sharing with other people and in all of those things. And so when I get a platform, it can't be that all of a sudden that stops. So I don't think of the platform as anything else but an opportunity to just share. And I don't, as you said, I don't have that scarcity mindset because there were other people who did it for me. And there's this whole thing about sending the elevator down, right? But people want you to send the elevator down. Well, a lot of people preach about sending the elevator down are afraid that the people who come up now pass them and go up on the top floor, right?
Go on to the penthouse.
I'm not afraid of that because those things, like levels like that, don't mean anything in the grand scheme of life. When I was talking to Tammy today, I saw that there's a Bible verse that says, "What will it profit a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul?" Right? And I think about when I get up there. So, if I never help anybody, if I never meet, do anything special, if it don't mean anything to anybody, what's the point? Right? So that is my thing now. God has blessed me with a stadium of people to listen to me.
Yeah.
And other people want to do the same. Fly the gate. Come. Ready. Everybody. Run through. So that's how I view it.
Yes.
Sorry, it says RushCam, love the fact that you're outspoken about all trending topics.
Yeah.
Love that. So speaking of that, with your outspokenness, how do you handle negative comments? I know that must come your way because, as I said, you cannot be everybody's cup of tea, right? So how do you manage that?
It depends. Because some negative comments to me are people who don't know how to properly construct their thoughts. And so they use negativity as like the way. But they really don't know. So sometimes I actually don't take it personally. Well, I don't usually take it personally, but I kind of say, what are you trying to say? Like if it happened on Twitter, for example, where you're just like, boy, RushCam, da, 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 da. I'm like, what is she really trying to say? So that is one method. But the other method is I just block them. like sometimes people actually don't have anything to say. And so I'm not going to give you the opportunity to drag me there with you. A lot of times I would go on like a page, like say somebody comes on a live, because I do live on Instagram all the time. Somebody comes on the live and you see them saying the most slanderous, scandalous, nastiest things. I don't have time to back and forth with you, Cutie Pie 406. I'm gonna block you. Like I'm not giving you that because what you want is for me to say, Cutie Pie, I see you. You know, first of all, it's not even Cutie Pie talking to you. It's Naomi under some fake profile. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there with you, right?
So why you have to use my name, Rush? You couldn't pick up another fake name to use a while ago.
You know, I should have said Esther. Esther. But when it comes to YouTube, don't nail me. I'm gonna tell you, I don't read like after the first day of YouTube comments. Like I'll read it to kind of have a feel of what's happening, social listening. You know, I'll reply to some. I'm so grateful because like I get comments. But then after a while, you know, you kind of breeze it. So I don't really go into the deep comments. And also, for anybody who is listening who uses YouTube, here's a trick. You can block certain words. And so people who comment certain words, it can't come up in the YouTube comments. So I don't waste my time.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, the higher you climb, you know, said the higher you climb, more people will come for you. right? So that is also something that I'm aware of, because you can be an unproblematic fave and then somebody decides, say, no, man, he might go on too good now. I have to come show him up. But you, as RushCam, as Naomi, as Rochelle, as Catherine, have to say, I'm not going there with you. Because half of the times these people have like 10 followers, and then you with your how much thousand followers, when you retweet that, you're giving it legs. We don't give legs to negativity here. So, blocked.
Blocked.
Blocked. I love that. Over to you, Rush, Shell, because we have two Rushes.
Yeah, so every time you say Rush, I'm like, which one of the Rush?
Like me. I'm scared.
I have to tell you though, RushCam, this has been, I've just been riveted by the conversation with you. And I know that a lot of our viewers are here and they're wondering, they're learning so much more about who you are. And I'm seeing all kind of comments. People are saying, loving the conversation, loving what you're saying. People are cracking up. But they're also seeing that not only are you multi-potentialite, you're multidimensional. Big word. Now I can't write that down. Multidimensional. So so we share the same profession and you graduated top of your class. So
Yes.
I think so I get it a lot when people don't see me in my legal profession. Them say, so lawyer go on, so apparently lawyers go on away. So
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the first things I need to ask you is you YouTube, as a YouTuber, that's pretty much your full-time gig now because you're not practicing now.
No, I'm not.
So
So YouTube is my thing. Yeah.
so in making that decision, so we know you went through several years of the law and then you graduated top of your class. I just want to know, my first question is, tell your mother that you're going to be a YouTuber. What was that reaction like?
If disappointment had a face, I could screenshot, take a photo of her face, and just put it here in the dictionary as disappointment. But I want to say this, and I hope it don't sound away. I did not care. Let me tell you why. Because that feeling that I felt deep down in my spirit, I could not be moved. I could not be moved. So I was like, she'll come around. And if she don't come around, she'll come around. And if when she don't come around, she'll come around. Because I know that I'm doing the right thing. Also, my grandfather, who is, anybody who follows me knows that we are very close. He was like, Rushane, you are young. What is the worst thing that could happen? What's the worst thing that could happen? And when he said that to me as an accountant, somebody who is strategic and does not take any risks in life, I said, she'll come around. So she came around. Well, she's coming.
She's coming around.
Yeah.
You know, and I think
On her way.
it's such an important thing for us to talk about because one of the things you said is I did not care. And as we are making decisions about our lives, especially when people see us along a particular path and the path does look like is the right path. I know many of our viewers are saying, Rush, how you do that? How you do that? How you manage that? What is your advice? Because that is such a powerful thing. This is walking in your purpose and actually stepping into that purpose. How you do that?
It's for those of you who are not faith-based, I'm so sorry for you because this one is going to carry you down a road of the Lord. You have to pray. You see this whole thing about prayer and listening to God's voice, it gives you confidence because you know when you know. And I did not get up and make this decision off a whim or fancy, right? It took a lot of time in prayer and in like meditation and in deep introspection before I made this decision. So my advice to a lot of people is you have to spend that time within, so that when you are met with these external factors, you are solid and secure in what you've decided to do. Because a lot of times we make decisions, and we don't really think it out. And so people who come to us now and say to us, boy, I don't think you're making the right decision, is because they don't think that we've thought it out.
Yeah.
And many times they're projecting on us because they're afraid for us.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make that decision in like strength, like faith. Faith. You have to sit down and you have to talk to God and you have to say, Lord, I'm not sure. Give me a little sign. All right, come again. And you have to kind of strong, because of course people are gonna come with their different naysays and all of those things. But also, Rochelle, what I find is very useful is having a plan. So
Yeah.
if you have a plan and you can say to somebody, boy, Rochelle, I understand, but here's my strategy.
Yeah.
Without giving you the full 100, because you don't necessarily have a right to know. But because I'm going to give you a little, like, make you sleep well tonight. This is my strategy. This is my plan. And that gives a lot of people ease,
Yeah.
right? So that's another part of it. You can balance the spiritual with practical, right? And that gives people solace in what you've decided to do. But it's not easy. And you're going to hear a lot of people say to you, boy, Rushane, I'm so disappointed. Half of my classmates, Rochelle, law is small.
Yeah.
Them chat me so bad. Right? Boy, I'm not gonna make no money, I'm gonna broke, which I was broke for a while, I'm sure. But but I was sure.
You were
So
sure.
when you're making a decision, you have to be sure. You have
Yeah.
to be sure. You have to be sure.
Rush, I say Alana Wallen, Rush has inspired me so much. I listen to the youth of Jamaica being real and outspoken. And I have to tell you this, that you have just reinforced to me. Nyan Cat know that I was exhausted today, so I was actually begging out of today. And it's like the Lord said to me, say, you cannot miss. Look on that. I was so, and I just got a burst of energy. And I tell you, I'll feel emotional. I cannot thank you enough for inspiring me. I cannot thank you enough, and for sharing your faith with us. You make what we do so special, really and truly. Thank you so much. I have a hand over to Catherine. I get all emotional.
Wow.
That's really funny, because Rochelle, I was very surprised when I saw Rochelle pop up on our thing, because she had told us, guys, because of what's happening at her home with, her son falling and stuff, she was a little bit, okay? So we're like, all right, Rush, we got this, no problem. So when I see Rochelle on the thing, I'm saying straight, I said, is Rochelle just watching from backstage, or she's actually on the show today? So, but there's a reason, right? This is why you're supposed to be here. We needed Rush squared.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh gosh, man. You are an inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the truth is that I went to Rochelle's house earlier today to pick up something, and we actually sat down and we're talking about you. We're talking about you, and we're talking about Alaine. And she's like, no, but you're so captivating because you are so multifaceted, and there's so many things about you that drives you, that inspires all of us. She's like, no, I have to come. I have to come. There's no way I can miss it. So now we're going to talk about Skin Rush, right? Because I know that there has to be more things that are coming out of Right and Bright. So I met Rushane when he was actually doing two things. He was hosting an event and selling Right and Bright at the same time. Okay? I was like, how do you do that exactly?
Hello? Look here.
So tell us about how you came up with Right and Bright. And you on your live, you tell us how you did it. But for those of the people that are not following you, I want them to understand another facet of who you are.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm like somebody who is very into like self-care. And when I say self-care, guys, anybody who is watching, self-care is like multi-dimensional. So because you put on two candles and do a bubble bath, that's not self-care. But I digress. So I'm into the outward self-care as well, and I just found that like the things that I was buying, like the moisturizers, were so tailored for white people, like, and white people who lived in Europe or America, that is seasonal. So
Yes.
I was like, nothing is giving my skin the pop. So one day, Cathy, one day, I decided that I was gonna try some stuff, right? But I never did that with the hopes of selling it. I was just like, listen, this is it. So then now, people started to ask me what I was using on my skin, and I was like, guys, I want something on my rub up, rubbings. So they were like, no man, tell us. So one day on Instagram, this is a true story. I went on and I said, guys, I know a lot of you have asked what I use on my skin. If I packaged it and I sold it, would you guys buy it? And everybody was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, sure. And so I decided to do this. I did not have any money, right? This was when I was broke. So I said that I will only make for pre-ordered products, and you have to pay for it before I make it. So I would use that money to buy the things, to make it, to sell to those people who ordered it, and then make a profit to make more. Well, the first batch of orders I got for 50. Now, anybody who sell anything on any platform know that selling 50 of anything is a big deal, right?
Yes. Very big deal.
And it just got out of hand. It got out of hand. And I didn't have a page for it, by the way. I ran this off my personal page. As everybody's like, where can I find it? What's the website? I'm like, guys, I want homemade rub up Naomi. Naomi's like, what's the website? I said, Naomi, I'm serious, but not so serious. Like, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. And so it just happened. But then no, I decided that I wanted to take it very seriously, like as a business. And so I decided to pause. Not because nobody was ordering, not because it wasn't selling, not because I never saw potential in it, but I wanted to do it right. And right. And so I took a pause to come back. But when I was ready to come back, it was COVID time. So I was like, I'll just wait some more and develop more. And I'm in the process of like talking to manufacturers and like people who develop, there are people who like their job is to just develop
Yes.
products. Like,
Yes.
yeah, product development. Yes, I'm working on that because I also don't know the science of stuff. And so that's where it is now. But the page is Skin Rush, and that's another thing that I'm just looking at, and I'm just blessed, So
So we're
that's the story.
expecting more. So we're expecting more from the Skin Rush line.
Yes, serums, body butter, cleanser, hair product, because I'm on a little hair journey, everything.
But I actually saw one of the videos where somebody had ordered the right and right, and she said that it's perfect for her hair because it moisturizes her hair when a lot of other products for her didn't work because it wouldn't
Yes,
take.
excellent for people with low porosity.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sorry, say that word again. Low what?
Low porosity.
Which means what exactly?
The hair is
I
not very
think,
porous.
It doesn't absorb
Rochelle,
well.
is it
Yeah,
your hair can, if
It doesn't
can,
absorb moisture well.
it doesn't absorb moisture well. Yeah.
look up
See, I knew
hair.
that. I knew that. I like how you just defaulted to Russia. I knew that word too.
Okay.
So Rush, seriously, how do you stay motivated to do all of the things that you do?
I don't want to get like super deep, but I think that I have recognized that this is bigger than me. That's it. I've recognized that this is bigger than me. I realize that I actually have an opportunity to change people's lives. And that is mind blowing to me. The fact that me, who grew up in Independence City, in Portmore, and moved to town and never know how school fee was going to pay, put up a camera and a ring light that somebody bought for me for my birthday, I not have no money, like that I could motivate somebody. That drives me so, so, so much. What also drives me is the fact that I can be myself. I don't have to be anybody else, you know? Like, imagine the fact that we're in a world where it is okay for me, who I look like me, I talk like me, I everything just the way I do, like nobody else, and I can do that without fear.
Yeah.
I, it moves me, and it moves me also that I can make money doing that. It
Yeah.
moves me that I can use this platform to also make change. Like I have access to so many people, and I can come on a platform and challenge the government. That is amazing, you know, that I can say at Andrew Holness JM, I have a question for this press conference, and that question is answered in the press conference.
Yes.
That is mind blowing, and I can't take it for granted, and it drives me every single day. It drives me that I can be able to make money to be able to, in the future, set up a scholarship fund for somebody who was like me. Like,
Yeah.
drives me that I can be able to um buy groceries for my grandfather, doing what I love. So many, it's there's so many motivating factors. I don't have the words.
You're amazing.
I was about to say, don't cry, Rush, but I'm speaking to the two of you. Right? Because I'm watching this Russian over this side too, you know. So Rushane, you actually said this your platform allows you to make change and literally make some change too. So
Yeah.
so making things squared.
That was witty, now. Very witty. I like
I'm
it.
trying. I feel like I'm on a roll today.
So, do you get overwhelmed being a multi-potentialite?
Yes, and I get overwhelmed because I'm also not a perfectionist. I am very committed to excellence. I don't like chaka chaka things. Me not like chaka chaka things. Me not like chaka chaka things.
You talking about Rochelle?
So being a multi-potentialite, and I made sure not to say perfectionist because perfectionism I think is an excuse for um you know procrastination. But it's overwhelming because I want to give everything 100. And 100 to me means that I'm present. 100 to me means that I am giving it all at the best that I can do. Like not somebody else's all, but my all. And so that is where it overwhelms me because I want to have a footprint and leave a good mark everywhere. And so how I balance that though is that I have to learn to say no. So I've been saying a lot of no's so that I can show up and be present and not be overwhelmed. And also I outsource. So um right and bright. Whereas before I would have to mix it myself, now I have to have somebody help me. Having like a manager, somebody who is there by my side to say, boy Rush, this now makes sense. Do this, do that, whatever. I do have to talk to certain people. I do have to, so I don't feel as overwhelmed now because I'm learning how to balance and manage energy. But before it was like a real task. It was a real task. But as you go along, you learn. But the solution to being overwhelmed is not to drop something. For me, the solution is to reconfigure and to learn to say no. Because there's a reason I started doing something, right? There's a reason. I never started doing it because it was fun and because I like people see me on the internet. So, because it gets overwhelming, I don't just drop it and say, all right, I'm overwhelmed, I'm gone home. No.
Yeah.
I just assess, internalize, reconfigure, strategize, and come again.
That is awesome. So, of course, I have a big up Karen Clark. I'm a boss, lover. So I have two more questions for you. One, what does your future look like? And two, what would you tell your 16-year-old self?
My future, I am going to be a thought leader, not just in Jamaica. And I am going to unlock and untap so many other parts of myself that I did not know would have been there, existed before. I think that I'm gonna try so many new things and I'm gonna excel. And I'm gonna excel not because of numbers, because I'm gonna excel because I'm being authentic to myself. I'm gonna excel because I'm giving it my best shot, right? I'm going to be on Netflix. If Netflix is still a thing, if Netflix pop down, I'm not gonna on it. But if it's that thing, I will be on it. Yeah. I'm going to be that guy who you say, boy, what him says is what he mean. And he's opening up spaces for so many other people.
Yes.
I'm also gonna be rich.
Absolutely.
So that is also a part of it. But truly what I see for myself, even a few months from now, years from now, is that I will just continue to be true to myself. All I want, all I want is to continue to feel like myself when I'm doing all of this. Right?
Yes.
It don't mean me not care when me there. Me not care. I might decide to go be a lawyer. I might own a law firm, but I will still be true to myself. So 10 years from now, I will be true to who I am at that time. So that
Amen.
answers everything. Material,
Well,
no material, everything. So
Yeah.
part two now. What would I say to my 16-year-old self? Um, you know, I thought that I'll give you a little context. I thought that I could not be in a place or on a platform where it was okay to just be. So I would say to my 16-year-old self, you are actually okay. Like, you see, all of them little kinks and curls and things were wrong with you. It's actually fine. Like,
Yeah.
you would grow to enjoy those parts of yourself. I would also say to my 16-year-old self and to myself, no, you have to find a way to enjoy yourself and enjoy where you are without being influenced by external factors, because there will come a time when it's you alone. There will come a time when it's enough people. There will come a time when it's you and two people. But as the wind blows and the ebbs and flows and the ups and the downs and the highs and the lows, you have to be all right with yourself. So that is point two I would say to myself. Point three I would say to myself is make hay while the sun shines, so that
Amen.
when the sun does not shine, you are okay.
yeah.
You know, when you wake up and you have to hang out the clothes and your mother said, do the laundry before the rain falls. It's not that the rain falling is a bad thing. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's that this needs to be done because you need the sun right now. So that when the sun gone, you have your clothes can wear, right?
Amen.
so that when the sun is on, you know, look through the window and say, Lord Jesus, I hope so the sun come out back because we don't have no clothes to wear.
Yeah.
So 16-year-old self, make hay while the sun shines. Get up and do what you have to do. Show up. Do the work. Because there will come a time when the sun is not
Going to
shining.
shine. Amen.
Okay. That is it.
Well, I think on that note, Rushane, that was awesome.
Yeah. Like,
Yours has been very, very inspiring. I love it. Thank you, RushCam, the thought leader. So we already speaking it into being right there.
absolutely.
But before we say goodbye, Rushane, and thanks again really so much. I know you impacted and inspired all of us tonight. But tell us again where we can find you for those that are interacting with you for the first time.
So it's easy. I've made it very easy. It's RushCam everywhere. So on YouTube, you type RushCam, I'll be there. On Instagram, you type RushCam, I'll be there. Twitter, RushCam, I'll be there. And even though right now they're not really supporting, or I'm not really supporting them, at RushCam on TikTok as well. I'm very conscious woke, and I'm not supporting TikTok right now, guys. Sorry. But I'm everywhere at RushCam. And when you get to the page now, you'll see the skin, you'll see the this, you'll see the that, but RushCam. That's where you can find me. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Rushane.
so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, that was awesome.
He's so amazing. What you see is what you get all the time. He is the same person all the time.
Guys, please, there is more.
Yes.
Yeah. So, by
What's
the way,
more?
Rushane is like the best
We
guest
had
ever.
RushCam, and now we're having like who we having now?
Well, Rochelle, with all of your hype energy and I just remember when you did Janice's intro, I feel like even though I see me here to do Alaine's intro, I feel like you need to do Alaine's intro.
Not a problem.
Come on, Adrenaline Rush.
Oh my God, RushCam is staying for Alaine. We love you, RushCam. That, I mean, your mother was just, when she see him, she just proud. What a good boy.
Listen, if you have not seen the episode, if you have not seen the episode with him and his mother, when he asked her, "Do you know me?" You have to watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. Oh my gosh. So her Instagram profile describes her as God's girl, singer, songwriter, TV and radio personality, actress, encourager, creative. There's more. That sweet voice that has been thrilling us for years. Today she is talking to us about her journey as a multipotentialite. Ladies and gentlemen, cheer fee. Baby girl, Alaine.
See why you have to do the intro, Rochelle. Nobody is doing it, okay?
Rochelle, I have to take you with me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies. Thank you for having me. Rush Nicey, he is so amazing. As just here, just being just medicated with all types of awesomeness and authenticity. What an awesome body, man. My God, Rush Nicey, so still. Oh,
Yes.
Just gushing and appreciating the greatness that is in all of us. But just when people let it out, it's just so much of a gift to all of us.
Absolutely.
Oh, so high.
Hi,
And Alaine, it as I listened to Rushane, for us, it has always been that we pray so much about the persons that come on our show, and we have wanted you on for so long. And then when we put you and Rushane, I mean, two different persons, but when we hear both of your stories, I mean, at the foundation, we're just like, this is God at work.
Absolutely.
His faith at work. You are great at work. And you know, for some of us who remember, like when there was one TV station before there was
when it used to sign on at 4:00.
it sign on. I see my niece Alana on it. You don't know about those things when you used to like have one station. And so when you did all in a one ad,
yes,
station, everybody know you.
Know you.
Come join the 5% mortgage.
Yes.
So we are. So it's amazing because I feel that we have kind of grown up with you, and it's fascinating that you look the same way, and your energy is still. You have always just lit up a room, and
thank you, sis.
you know, even in the music business, a very difficult industry. And I think a lot of persons want to understand your musical journey. We know you are classically trained,
Yes.
so not a pie business, like real training.
Yes.
Take us a little, just introduce us a little bit to Alaine, the musician, and take us on her journey.
Absolutely. I can do that. I know her. I've been with her. So Alaine was born to Myrna and Courtney, and Myrna is musical. My mother has the most beautiful voice that I've ever heard in my life. Whenever people compliment me, I wish I could sing with like my mother's little finger. So anyway, I'm not seeing anybody. Did you guys all leave me alone?
No, we're still here.
Okay, because I'm just looking at myself alone. I'm like, where's the queen?
Come on, bring us to, because you have to see we are nod.
Yeah, I feel nice. I feel the connection. So mommy tells me that when she used to hush me as a baby, she'd have to sing to me constantly. And as soon as I fell asleep and she stopped singing, I'd start to bawl again. So she'd have to be constantly singing. So she'd say, this picnic going to be musical because, this is what she responds to. Yeah. At about 3 years old, I started going to auditions. My mommy did makeup and hair. That's what she sent me to school. She had a hair salon, and well, Daddy sent me to school as well. He, the two of them. Thank you, God. And she would send me to auditions at 3 because she was always singing, as always performing in the salon. I'd go and stand up on the chair and say, "Mommy, you want me to sing like Alvin and the Chipmunks?" And I for everyone in the salon. So fearless, I actually need some of that spirit back again. But anyway, I got roles. I remember Perry Hensel was doing a show, and I was 3, and they were looking for 5-year-olds. And I went to the audition, and I stood there, very little mother. And he said, "No, she's too young." And I looked at him. I said, "I'm not too young. I'm 3." Yeah. And send her right in there. And my parents sent me to music school. I grew up going every Saturday to Dr. Olive Lewin's house, and I would learn about everything Jamaican folk song. We learn "Go Down Emmanuel Road, Galang Boy, Fever Braxton, Galang Boy, hey boy, Galang Boy." And I came to really appreciate how rich our culture and our heritage is, because I was exposed to Duppy's story and Nancy's story, I really lived the culture, imbibed it, just really grew up with a great appreciation for how awesome it is for us to be Jamaican, and it is, and the pride that I feel because I'm from here is second to none. And it's because I know about, well, not all the things, but some of the things when I was growing up, grew up studying classical piano, went to school of music, all of that stuff, did exams, and loved being able to play, hated practicing. Never liked that at all. I used to wonder what type of cruel and unnatural punishment my parents were putting me through, but I give thanks for it now, and also need to practice the piano now more as an adult as well. So a lot of the lessons that I learned as a child have carried over. Music teaches you discipline, the importance of always being present, of always focusing on excellence. I heard Rush speak against perfectionism and more on focusing on a spirit of excellence, and that is what music encourages, discipline, showing up, being present. And I was always singing. I used to sing with mommy she used to do cabarets at the then Wyndham Hotel, and I would sing with her in the Jankuna Lounge when I was Jankuna Lounge, or Jankuna, one of them, Jankuna Lounge. Thank you, ladies. That's why we have to stick together. So in the junk on the lounge, I would go there and mommy would dress me up in frilly dress and shoes and socks, and I had Jerry curl hair. Oh my God. And for all of the Black queens, I'm sure we can identify with going through the different curls, the pleasure curl, the leisure curl, the Jerry curl, the S curl, the wave nouveau. What some of them turn your hair red. You know, all of them, I went through all of them. Yes, sis, Rochelle, it's not that. So, I'd sing with mom at the junk on the lounge. She'd make me sleep and then wake up. I'd go on and sing, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. And then I'd go back to sleep with my Jerry, my pleasure curl, my S curl, whichever one was there.
That voice.
And, thank you, sis. And yeah, then I went to school. Hello, St. Andrew High School for girls. Say
it again for the people in the back.
For girls. Hi.
Nice.
Silence. There's silence. Why is there the sound of silence?
It's okay. We're here. That's okay.
Keep talking. You're like, just talk. So I went to St. Andrew, got involved with the choir there, taught the choir, did arrangements, started working with many voices, and while I was learning piano, and wrote my graduation song, graduated, went to UE, graduated, moved to New York, got a job at JP Morgan Chase in investment banking.
Yeah, which a lot of people actually don't know about, that a part of your journey included, because you graduated, you got a degree in management and psychology, and you were away for a while working with JP. Tell us, what was that like?
It sucked. What do you mean? Look here, man. All right, let me tell you now. When you are doing what you shouldn't do, it is torture.
Yeah.
That you can do it well, this doesn't matter inconsequential, because emotionally what it felt like was every day a little bit of my soul was falling out of where it is supposed to be, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
I was making money, I was doing well at the job, because with Bright and all of these things. Come on now, when them show us how to do the thing, then we show them a better way to do it, because when you believe in yourself and you grow with confidence, you step with a different kind of step and you think with a different kind of mind,
Yeah.
And I remember going there and seeing them doing things and making suggestions, and they're like, what is 21-year-old girl know about these things? You know what I mean? And so I moved up in the bank very quickly. I got promoted after my second year to assistant treasurer, because you have different levels of officers. And then the final year when I quit, yes, which now I can say with a yes, but then my whole of my body broke out in hives, because oh my God, I have no more 401k plan. But anyway, let me go step by step. I got the job at JP Morgan and did well. I got promoted to assistant vice president when I decided to quit, because what my days became were me really going for my dreams. So I'd wake up, I wouldn't sleep. For 2 years, I never slept. I was going to any studio I could get to in Manhattan, because I wanted to write songs. When I was growing up, I always wrote songs. When mommy and daddy quarreled for like nothing at all, I'm super emotional and totally dramatic. So I'd go downstairs and start singing, if you don't know me, I know me, is a little idiot. So, was. Sometimes still pray for me. Thank you God for your grace.
No, when you even talk about that, I know, and it's funny, RushCam mentioned it earlier, and I actually see too, I see some of my nieces on. Hi, Ariel.
I wondering who these little people are that are just saying, love you, Auntie Rochelle. Who are they?
It's wonderful having them on, so they can see someone like you following your dreams, and they can be motivated from this early, because when I saw, I was like, whoa, you're like assistant vice president at JP Morgan, and then you're like, they're JP Morgan. I want to pick up on yourself. It's
okay, right.
But I am going to go to follow my passion. Okay, time. How do you make that kind of transition and make that decision? Because that must have been a big decision to make.
Yeah, it was rough. It was really rough, because everything was lining up to, you know, I was gonna have a sweet life. You know, everything looked really good. At 24 years old, you know, as a young woman, and had everything lined up. Again, the people were the management, you know, in good relationships with the management team. Even the day I left, they came down and asked me not to leave. Like when I was walking out the door, like, what can we offer you for you to stay here? And I said, nope, I'm going home to Jamaica. I have no idea how it's going to work out, but I'm going home to sing reggae music. And they thought I was nuts, you know, but I knew how I felt every night because what I do is go to work from 8:30 to 4:30. And then I would go to any studio that I could get into in Manhattan, and I'd be there all night writing songs, trying to meet people, networking and all of that. Then I'd take the train home, shower and go to work. And that was my life for 2 years, because I just, and I lived for the nights, you know, I lived for the music. And I said, no, man, I have to find a way to make this all the time thing, because I want to feel like this all the time. You must walk in your purpose, or you're dredging through life. It makes no sense. You know, it makes no sense. Life is too short for that.
And you know, it's
doing what you shouldn't do.
Yeah, because we want to talk about this whole concept of purpose. We described you as a multipotentialite, and as persons do several things, they are wondering, okay, how do I know what is my purpose? Because there are various platforms you're on. You're an actress, you are on the radio. How do you know that you are walking in purpose and make that decision that regardless of how it's going to pay and who decides what, how I'm going to take this step? Because I'm taking this step for me. How you do that?
Well, you have to do that strategically, but first you start with a conversation, many conversations with the God of your soul, with the creator of the universe. I am unapologetically a servant of the Lord. I recognize his intentionality in my life. And when I link up with him, when I link up with the source of my being, then I am led in the direction. I am led in that. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Path. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Path. To give you hope and a future. That path. And how do I stay there? I recognize that his strength is perfect, not mine. So I don't have to worry about figuring it out. I have to worry about lining up, getting connected with my source. So I get very still. I listen to what God downloads into my mind. And look here, no man, every mistake I have made in my life is because I have heard the voice of God and I have not listened.
Okay, because you know that because I haven't been sleeping so well, guys. The other ladies know that I'm a little emotional, and you're really talking to our spirits here. Yeah. And this conversation is so important. Kathy, I see you nodding over there. I know you are bursting, so let me hand over to you.
So it's so crazy, because the first thing that I was going to ask you about is your spiritual journey, because I think a lot of people that don't know you don't understand that God has been an influential part of your life for a very long time. But within the last maybe 2 years, I think, you know, we have seen a difference in your music, and you've been a lot more present and vocal in the gospel community as well. Yeah. And so I want you to tell us a little bit about your spiritual journey and how it has impacted the music, especially recently.
Oh, wow. Great question. I have always loved God. I remember waking up every morning, and the first thought I would think as a little child was, why I must feel good today? And it's when I became an adult, I recognized that I was working these principles, these divine principles of staying on frequencies on a frequency of gratitude, you know, and being grateful. And when you are grateful, let me tell you, even if it's just for a mango, and you said this is just the biggest deal right now, you see that gratefulness, it sends out a message to the world that says, hey, she's ready for more things to be grateful for. She's in this place, you know. And I grew up loving God. I remember, and I'm glad I grew up in Jamaica. My two granny them love Jesus. And them used to talk to me about Jesus. And we used to read about Jesus. And I didn't understand everything, but I felt better when I heard about his story. You know, it made me feel like, okay, there's this amazing love for me. And I want it because I feel good, you know, and he never let me down. So I grew up in the Adventist church. I grew up singing. My friends are in the Adventist church, and I just started going to church with them. So I started the choir, love God, read the Bible, had some questions, but always felt better when I was connected to God, you know?
Yeah.
And didn't get baptized until 2 years ago. And why did I get baptized 2 years ago? So I always love God, pray, meditate, all of the things, read the Bible. Sometimes don't read it. Sometimes the too little time coming, I remember when we read, but always with the intention of getting better at it. And of course, understanding that God is so merciful. And you know, when I think about it, it really makes me cry because, you know, God, man, sometimes you do something where you know you shouldn't do. Or you think some thoughts you know you shouldn't think, or you speak some words that you know you shouldn't speak. But then there's this amazing, ever-loving, compassionate God that is there to hold you and lift you. And hallelujah to that God, because the highest praise, for those who don't know what that means, the highest praise to the God of our souls, who understands that we are far from perfect, but because he is, it's okay, you know. Let it go. Let go all of the doubts, the fears, the guilt, the shame. Release it. It is not yours. It never was yours to begin with, so don't own it. Own who you are, which is a child of God, forgiven, sanctified, full of untakeawayable, which is not the word, but potential that is just coursing through your veins, and nobody, no word, no thought, no action, no mistake can stop it. Stand in the truth of that and just watch God work, because that's what I'm doing now in my life. You mentioned a while ago about the radio, Rochelle, and me never know nothing about no radio thing I go on. Me sit down in a one place, I get me hair braided, and the phone rang and they said, you know, some people are opening a radio station and they're interested in using you, giving you a show. I said, Wara? Oh, me? What? And they're like, yes, come to. And we know the Edge 105, which is also the house of Fire, the same group of companies own it. And I went there and I was nervous. I didn't know, my knees were shaking. Me did fix up my face too, because you know you have to look pretty to go on the radio. Everybody knows that.
Oh my God.
I felt like Hilda was coming out a while ago.
I saw little Hilda coming out.
Coming out a while ago.
That's my kind of language. We have to look good when we're coming on the radio.
But there it is again, God at work, Kathy. You know, you're talking about the very present directing flow, way making power of God, you know, leading you in directions that you would never have thought of, you know, and it's really about allowing him to do his thing, staying in touch with him and allowing him to do his thing. I was at a very low place in my life when I decided to get baptized. I remember I was bawling. I never know what I was going to do in my life. I was like, and look here now, man. There have been low times, because as a creative, sometimes you don't earn money. Sometimes your multiple streams of income dry up. You know, even though, you know, you talk about, okay, you're going to get earning from here, you're going from here. Sometimes, you know, you have a dry spell, and I was having a dry spell, and I was saying, what is next for me? I don't know. What has been sure and certain in my life? And it's been God. It was God, you know, and I just really recommitted my life to the Lord. And when I did, oh my goodness, it was almost like him said, Lord, take me to tell you to do this one. When I wow for you. You know, here is my peace. Take a peace, because that's the first thing to keeping your sanity. You know, and for everyone watching, if there's any part of your life that you are that there is the gray areas thing, you have to be very careful of that, because that will eat away at your soul. Do not allow anyone or any situation to take your power from you or to separate you, make you feel like you're separate from God, because nothing can separate you from God. And especially if that is yourself, you do not be the biggest block between you and God. You are not condemned. You're not walking with any hair around your neck. You're not walking with any, you know, any anything that you have ever done before. What you are is potential. Live up to it. Release that which did not work before and cling on to that which was always meant for you. Which is again Jeremiah 29:11. God knows the plans He has for you. Trust Him. He will see you through, and He's gonna blow your mind.
I try not to cry.
Oh my gosh! What a night! Yeah, I'm not a pretty crier, so I'm like, God, please don't break me.
If I disappear,
and I don't think that's what we planned for this show. We're like, this is gonna be a fun, energetic show, but from Rush to now Alaine, it's just like
we are so inspired, and I think, guys, we needed this for our own spirits. That's exactly what we needed for this week.
100%.
Wow.
So how has your spiritual journey impacted your music?
Well, it has always been a part of my music. You know, I sing about love. And so since I got a lot of people say, okay, so you get baptized, you're going to turn a gospel artist now. No. No. And that's okay, because you know, there's nothing wrong to me. And you know, I've had conversations with a lot of people who think very differently about what it means to be a Christian. And if you're a Christian, then you're only supposed to sing about one type of thing. And if you sing love songs, then we are not too committed. I do not believe that. I do not hold that belief. I'm not a judgmental person. I've never been, because the moment I start judging anybody, my brain just goes, you girl, which part are you perfect? And then I go, oh, just kidding. Just kidding. You know what I mean? Look in the mirror first. So yeah, so I believe that God directs me in the way that I should go, you know. And so yeah, I write love songs. But the thing is that before, my love songs were very popular. I'd sing songs about God. You know, I've written songs like "You Are Me," which was based but that song is based on what Jesus Christ said, "Your neighbor as yourself." You know, and I said, okay, so that's kind of like, that's the same thing as "You Are Me." You know, I'm supposed to love you the way I love me, and treat you the way you treat me. And that was actually inspired by the Tivoli incursion, when at that time we never had Instagram or not this Insta stuff. I think it was still like the beginning type of Twitter.
Yeah.
And I saw people writing things like, okay, yeah, bad people can happen to people who come from those kind of places. So I said, but this is out of order and it's disrespect. And you know, who controls where you're born? You know, how dare you speak anything like that out of your mouth? I do not condone criminality, but there's criminality uptown and downtown. You know, I had a problem with just the lack of care for lives that were being lost. And so, you know, I wrote "You Are Me," and "You Are Me" is a song about the fact that there were people dying, bodies lying on the street. If I turn my back and walk away and say that's okay, then I fail, because it's on again. But if I love you like I love me and I treat you like I treat me, what a world, you know. You are me. And a while ago, while I was waiting on you guys to come on to talk to you, I saw somebody write, yes, that was my wedding song. So you see, at that time, everybody had me in this box. It's a love song. It must be a love song because she wrote it and it's got a pretty melody.
Wow.
So
the first time I heard "You Are Me," I literally cried.
Oh God.
I literally cried. That song.
Thank you, my love. I appreciate it.
We're like a piece now since we're there. Since a week.
You know, my keyboard is right over there, and if I had known how to plug it in,
I feel like you should plug it in.
Yeah.
You don't need a keyboard.
It goes.
That's well.
No, but you guys forgot to sing with me too. How we sing?
No. You don't want anyone.
Not good.
No, it's not.
No.
No. Know your strengths, ladies and gentlemen. Know who you are. Know who you are.
Last
week. You're not.
I want to say last week everybody was singing doing that song.
I know RushCam is watching and he soon have me on his carpool karaoke. So
yeah,
we actually could bring back harmonies for Alaine.
Alaine, as you were singing.
Okay, it goes like this. If I love you like I love me. And if I treat you like I treat me, oh, what a world, what a world, what a world this would be. Oh, what a world, what a world, what a world. When I see you are me. Now, ladies, sing with me. Sing. Whoa.
Whoa.
Only one of the ladies sing. Yay, Rushane! Good try in your mind, Captain.
Thank you.
I just can't deal with the shame. I can't deal with the shame, guys. It's always booking me.
Some more load up. Last week it was big.
I just held my corner today.
So on this note, I want to transition into, I tell the girls all the time that if we talk about Alaine and Africa, Alaine is like Michael Jackson.
Oh, God.
Like the people them just love you. Right? So you have a huge following in Africa. How did that happen?
God in heaven only know. What another Jeremiah 29:11, Kathy. Another, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. I have no idea. The first time I went there, I think was, I don't even remember. But maybe 2010, maybe 11, that kind of time. Maybe, I don't remember. But when I went, I didn't know what to expect. The first country I went to was Kenya. Mm-hmm. And somebody had reached out to me. G Money is his name. And he's a Jamaican who lives over there. And he plays on the radio station. He's like, Alaine, you're so big over here. I'm like, no, I'm not. There's no way. Because how? Right? Mm-hmm. And I went, I got booked for a show. And I went there. And 9,000 people showed up to my show. And I said, okay. And they were singing every word, even songs I had only recorded and never heard again after I recorded them. Sing that song, and I cried like a ball till my eye them swell up big, because I said, my God, some of these songs I wrote in bathrooms. Like I remember Deeper is a song I recorded in a basement bathroom right beside the toilet. This microphone was right beside the toilet. So cute. And I sang off my soul kiss right there beside the toilet. When the music was just a dream. When I didn't know how it was going to happen. When I didn't know anyone. I never had no connection. I don't know nobody. I just like, oh, come on, man, sing. Really, Alaine, that was your plan? That's really your plan? Yes, that was my plan. And I had no idea how it was going to happen. Which is why it's so important to have faith and to move. Yeah. To move on your faith. The Quakers have this saying, they say, while you pray, move your feet. Hello, faith without work is dead. So what are you working? What are you working? Work it. Because you never know. Start small. Again, don't despise small beginnings. I'm standing up beside a toilet. I remember when I just came, and that is Deeper. That is a song I have stood on a stage and sang in front of 60,000 people in a stadium in Tanzania. That blew my mind. I lost it. Sorry, not like. Tanzania was 30,000 people. Uganda was 60,000 people. Blew my mind. A ball like a baby because I said, God, this is only you. This is only you, God. And allowing God to do his thing through you is what creates these opportunities. Just allow him to work. Everything you have, everything you need is already inside. Let it out. Don't doubt yourself. Just push past any feelings that you're not enough. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Send it back and be you and be amazing at you-ness, because that's all you need to do.
So, of course, we can't talk about your musical career without talking about the fact that you are a resident judge in our very own Digital Rising Stars.
Yes.
What do you actually look for in contestants?
The hunger. There's a glint in the eye. There's a firm resolve on the face. There's an energy. Everybody comes with a vibration. When you meet somebody for the first time and you ever say, spirit not take that person there.
Yes.
The same is true when you meet somebody for the first time. What you say, Naomi?
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
And like, girl, let me tell you, there is that energy that they exude, and I felt that energy when I met Sherlon, who is the winner from last year. Sherlon Russell came in, and not the typical artist look, but when he started to sing, as I said, God, Ghost Pimple take up the whole of my body. Okay, so that's another thing. Ghost pimples, like, cause cold bump full up the whole of my body. Yeah. Magic, you know, it's a frequency. I really believe in frequencies. I really believe in energy and all of that. You know, what you give is what you get, kind of thing. And listen. So that's what I look for, and just a willingness to learn. I think it's so amazing when you are around people who can say, you know, I don't know, but I want to know because I would tell you everything I know, as opposed to pretending that you know, and not owning up to, you know, so I really don't know, you know. So always be teachable, be willing to learn, no matter how much of an expert you are at anything. There's always more for you to learn, you know. So just
absolutely,
You know, today Rusha said to me, "Is Alaine always this pleasant? Like, is she always so happy and positive?" And I said to her, "Have you met her mother? If you met her mother, then you'd realize that this is really how they are."
Thank you. And my father is the same. God bless him in his silent way. He is the same. He's the same energy. We're a trinity, you know. We are very connected, and it matters because
I love when I glimpse your mom on your videos, like on Instagram.
She gets more views than I do.
So cute.
She gets more views than I do. She and Hilda upstage me entirely.
Well, this is a great segue into my segment, right? But before we get into Hilda, I want to ask you just about, you know, you speak a lot about frequency, and I know your show is actually called High Frequency on, you know, the Edge. How has that experience been? I mean, I know you spoke about wearing your makeup, you know, and sometimes, you know, we need to put on a little lipstick, a little makeup, even if it's just for ourselves, right?
Yes.
Make it feel good, and that's fine. But how has that experience been for you? You know, I see, even in our comments, I'm assuming these are some of your followers.
My frequent flyers.
Frequent flyers. I've been seeing the birds. They look like John Crows to me, though.
Naomi.
Is it that eagle?
Miss you. Naomi, look here, no man.
And I have on my glasses. I was like, whoa, why are people posting John Crows in the chat? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Somebody please to send Naomi to the eye doctor.
I am so sorry.
Just got new glasses.
I made no
Dash them away, miss.
I was wondering for a while. I was like, whoa, what's happening here? I thought, okay. So frequent flyers, big up yourself.
I can't, man.
Feet are hurting.
No, man.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, you are not.
We're gonna go back to iTunes tomorrow and just check these glasses.
Yes.
I look at them, they're so fab there.
Yeah.
Even though they don't work, them look good.
So tell us about High Frequency, Alaine. What has that experience been like for you?
Well, it's been such a learning experience. When I started off, I was so nervous, and so just felt like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Like that's how I felt. I don't know what I am doing. But that's a familiar place for me. And I think that is a place that I thrive in, because I said, oh, I have so much I can learn. This is so awesome. I have no clue how to do this. This is great. You know, because I'm not going to be bored. I will not allow myself to be bored, you know, or feel like I've come to the end of the road and start acting like I'm boys to men. You know, it's no end of the road around here. It's always, all right, I'm going to turn the corner. Okay, this road, I've never been on it. And that has been my experience in radio.
Yeah.
You know, afternoon radio. What do you bring to it that is not already there in this landscape that is just overrun with radio stations?
Yes.
What are you going to bring to it? And I said, okay, what have I brought to everything that I've done? Okay, myself. Hey, me know about myself. What do I like to do? I like to inspire and encourage people. I cheer for people because I love seeing people win. When I see people win, I get goose pimples. That's why I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to say to you, yes, you can do it. When I go to the gym, I'm cheering for everybody. Them love me, or probably them don't love me because they're like, Alaine, shut up. I'm done. You're amazing. And they're like, I hate you, but them do it. You understand? And so it matters to me. And when I see them do it, or when I see people overcome the false feelings of doubt and fear, it strengthens me as well.
Yes.
I have to grapple with those things too, you know. And so that's how I've dealt with radio. And you know, no man is an island. I got a team that is at the edge, and the people who have the experience, who have poured into me and given me ideas and direction. and I have, made it my own, so now I set my intention, but my intention is kind of like a dub poetry because that is me. I'm always writing songs.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of vibe, and what do I want to achieve? I want to tell stories about people who have overcome, because life is not a bed of roses. Everybody falls, everybody has to overcome obstacles. I'm going to show you the people who've overcome the obstacles, and we are going to hold the same frequency that they hold because we are able to overcome as well, So the intention is clearly set for the show, and I'm just so excited about the impact that it will have on people's lives. I have people tuning in that say, Alaine, I'm having a bad day, and I just wanted to come on here because I knew that this energy would lift me. I knew that this frequency would make me feel better, and I said, thank you, God, because this is what I'm supposed to do. And the ghost people then pick me up again, So yes, that's been my experience.
So it's Rushane's gut and Alaine's goose pimples.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to point out that when you pay attention to who her listeners are, you see people from all over Africa, like showing up with their flags every single day. I mean, it's amazing.
No, and that's a whole 6-hour time zone, right?
Yes. And so it's like 11 o'clock in the night, 12. So yeah. And now what my frequent flyers, my Eagles have done is they have their own chat group, and they inspire each other. They talk to each other about issues. Hi, Gabby, I see you, my love. Gabby's one of my frequent flyers, and they talk to me through the show. They interact with me. They encourage one another. They lift up each other, and that is the intention, to form this community.
Yeah. Community,
high frequency community, and it's all God, at the core and the center, the driving force behind it is God, and so I'll always say, hold on to God. Your future is so bright, you have no idea, but God does. So just link up with it.
Love it. So we had brought up this character a couple of times throughout the show. So tell us about Hilda, right? Where she come from?
All right.
Auntie Hilda, I'm from Manas. Auntie Hilda.
I don't know who know his interviewing Alaine onto this show for, because Alaine don't look good. I am Alaine Hunty, and I don't really like her, but she all right. Because have me, why she add any views onto our Instagram page, So it's true. Talk true.
True.
Alaine, I'm right. So Hilda would say, to Alaine, shoot, and she says with her, elongate the tongue. It's not Hilda. So Hilda was born because guys,
I can't. Okay.
Okay.
Rusha can't even stop.
Hilda was born because Dalton Harris entered X Factor in England.
Right. That is so true.
And when he was singing,
Hilda needed her visa.
Yes, Hilda wanted the visa to go and visit him, because what happened is she did the breast implant in one breast because she could only afford one. So she was going over to England now to beg Dalton for lend her some of the X Factor money for putting in the breast. Yes. But let me backtrack. So when he started just out singing everybody, I love Dalton. I've always loved him, and I started commentating on it. But I wanted to commentate on all of his episodes on as someone else. So I looked on Snapchat, and they had filters, and there was this filter that looked like this older lady, and she was a grouch, and then the voice is lowered as well. So then I just start to talk like this, and Dalton Harris, you sing better than all of them. When the other one them sing, I wanna drop asleep. Yeah. And it just became a thing, it took off, in a night it was like 30,000 views. I was like, what is this? And Hilda just started to commentate on everything, and Yeah, she just kind of grew wings of on her own, and her character has, and the characters of other people too. I have Alfred Loggins, but Hilda is a star. Maisie, Alfred is a young, is uptown, but with the face is like this, and he thinks he's from England, but he's really from Havendale. And then there's Maisie Loggins, and Maisie doesn't have any teeth, and she's always looking for her teeth. She can't find them anywhere. So I've been playing with just expressing myself and enjoying myself, and showing all the different aspects of who I am, and loving it and being unashamed of it, and just just doing it, and people have been appreciating it, and I'm grateful.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Guys.
Nice speechless.
I am speechless. Every time it's like a new character pop up, I'm just like, how does Alaine come up with this stuff?
It's the same way you come up with your PR stuff. When you
no, it's not. It's not the same.
Mimi says, Alaine, stop. I can't breathe.
Hi, Mimi.
And you do it so effortlessly. I thought you had to go into character with the makeup and the hair and all those things.
Yes.
But it's just like this.
Thank you. I enjoy it. I really do. I really enjoy it. So I pray that I will get bigger opportunities, But
Look,
what is your big vision for Hilda?
Sorry?
What is your big vision for Hilda?
Ooh, I think we're gonna do a sitcom with Hilda and the other characters. That is my dream. To do musical. If you follow me, you'll see that, and I haven't been doing it a lot. This COVID thing has really affected me, honestly, creatively. I've just kind of gotten back into my groove with creating and writing songs and all of that, because it just felt really heavy, with all of the racial protests as well. There's just so much going on in our world, and it just became overbearing, and I had to take time to just exercise. And that's really what I've been doing. I've been exercising and sweating it out, and finding, meditating it out and praying it out. And and I just think it's so important for us to find a release, to have great friends like the three of you have with each other, where you can just really just say, hey, I need to talk about this, I need to get this out, I can't keep this inside of me. And so when I think as a creative, when these things are happening, it's a block to your creativity. But not anymore. I'm gonna release it. Hello, goodbye. There are bad things going on, but there are good things too. And that's why it's so important to be intentional about what you let into your mind. Things you think, thoughts you think, the words you speak, the company you keep. Look here, no man. Hilda, would I tell you about something named Vibes Vampire? There are people what are Vibes Vampire. Anytime you up it, they come into the room and they suck out all of the joy out of the room. Don't hang out with them. Tell them to shout, because we have no time for that, you see. Our lives are to shine light and to spread positivity, to encourage and to uplift ourselves first, and then everyone afterwards.
Yes.
You watch Harry Potter, Alaine?
Yes!
I don't like the mentor.
No! Horrible! But thank you.
Mario, why you being a hater? Mario said, "Oh God, exercise is out." Amen.
Mario, I say I put on some burpee, you see. I said, me, I want to burpee them, and they need them, because hello, 41 years old. Hello, 41, the body don't work how it used to was when it was 26. But a burpee, the 41 is
Well, I mean, I had a lot of other questions related to Hilda and the characters, but you kind of answered all of them without me even asking. Actually, all the characters came out on their own.
they're very enough, and they would like to know why Alaine doesn't use them more, because they also sing together, and all of that. So that more of that coming to you, as long as I can bring joy. A lot of people say accidentally bit my tongue. No, I have never accidentally bit my tongue. Lance, the only time I bite my tongue is when I'm very tired. and I tried. And
That was a very good question.
Are you comment here?
I'll say again. Oh, everyone says dying.
So I have to ask the brand question, right? You have over 200,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. How do you manage your online brand?
I don't know now.
Especially with multiple personalities like Hilda. Is it Hilda the Vibes Builder?
Yes, Hilda the Vibes Builder. That is who she is. I don't know what is so funny to Huno, because I don't think I am hilarious.
I'm always.
I was just coming back together, like I went like this, and I'm like, bring it in.
But Alaine is very mean to Hilda, you know. Alaine is very mean to Hilda.
I'm
always defending her.
Kathy,
you see that duet song that they did together, and Alaine was very mean.
Yes,
I've done several.
You guys, I don't know what channel you're watching. Hilda is
not
always Kathy is Hilda's supporter, pro Hilda. Like I'll have like 400 comments, and they will all be, oh my God, Hilda take it, and Kathy will be like, Alaine, stop being so mean to Hilda. Just stop. Seriously.
We need to go see about this Hilda.
No, Hilda is a riot, and I enjoy her. She makes me happy, and she makes people happy, and that's again the intention, to not have to think about all of the breaking news. Big up Dexter.
Yeah,
I love that song, which is a whole other.
Me too. But why is that? Like anytime I hear anything, like certain things that just in my head, I also hear, just poison him.
Yeah, the poison part.
All the time.
The poison part we have to pray about and ask the angels of the Lord to. But
it's awful. Like I need to get that part out of my head.
I know, but you see, that's the hook. That is the hook.
Yeah.
But yes.
Says Lady Alaine is a joy carrier.
And you know what, guys?
The best description. You are a joy carrier.
I've known Alaine since high school, and she is exactly the same person. Her energy is just. I saw Chungy was on. I don't know if he's still on, Alaine. And he was talking about that, like. That's just her energy. Like she is just, and that's why high frequency is appropriate for the name of your show, because you always seem to be on a very, very high frequency. I remember with high school tours as well. Once you went on the stage, it was just like energy.
Oh God, thank you.
Right?
Thank you. Oh, it is not something that I take for granted, that I have that impact and that influence on people. It is a very big blessing, and it is something that has to come from a full place, which is why I always talk about staying connected to source, because you cannot serve from an empty cup. You cannot be just giving if there is no refilling. I'm pointing to the plug on the wall. You cannot see it, but half a plug in. And so I give thanks that I feel that I get that, I give that, because I love getting it too. Somebody called me the ITAL cheerleader, and I like it because I don't eat meat anymore, and I stopped processing my hair, and I'm very simple.
How's that,
Jeremy? I love your hair.
Yeah, baby.
I've been seeing you with like your little baby afro.
Look here, no man, it's so easy to comb. I thank God for patience and moisturizer, because hair is naturally very dry and big, right? And I
love you, Chungy.
Oh, Chungy, Chungy is one of the nicest people in the universe.
In the whole universe, absolutely,
easily,
100%.
Easily.
Alaine, I in particular, I really admire your natural hair journey. Because I would need some RushCam.
Bright and bright.
No, because make I tell you, you have some here where tense and have to relax.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. Pick your battles.
Exactly.
Well, let me tell you, Rochelle, why I decided to go natural is my scalp does not like the cream. So when I go to the hairdresser, when I was going for the past 40 years of my life, and the thing is burning up my life, and me a ball, and I say, no, but me I sit down because I want it straight. Oh God. And the burning and the torture, and it's not that the hairdresser is not good, it's just that my body don't like it. And you have to listen to the things that your body tells you. Where God love.
Yeah.
And same thing with my vegan life, with my vegan lifestyle. It was the fact that I didn't feel good when I was eating the meat. So I said, okay, and the Holy Spirit again talking to me. This is how I want you to live your life. This is how you must behave, this is how you must eat, this is how you're gonna carry yourself. Sounds good to me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. This is not on our little script or agenda, but I want to ask from, and I'm maybe putting them on the spot, but I'd love to hear from in the chat as well as Catherine and Rochelle. What's your favorite Alaine song? So mine is No Ordinary Love, right?
Oh, thank you. I think that's everybody's. That's not fair.
It's my favorite. I remember the first time the first time I heard you play it, the a cappella version, I think was at I feel like it could have been what's that name of that duo that always comes to Jamaica and sing? Two old white guys. Air Supply. I love them, I just couldn't remember their name. Air Supply.
Two old white guys.
Air Supply. I couldn't remember guys, and I love them. I'm a fan. And I knew who it was. And I heard I know everybody knew who I was talking about. And you played it just on piano, and I was like, that has to be like a part of my wedding. Like I need Alaine to come. I hope like Alaine will come and perform that for me because that's important.
Yeah.
I love that song. But Kathy and Rush, what's your fave?
Well, that's my favorite, but I'll tell you my story about that song. I was at Red Bones one night and to watch you perform, and you know how you have that way when you're singing, it's like you're singing to the audience and thing, and then you did go say. I know you guys know this song, sing along with me. So my friend then was like, no rush, don't. So I have a little problem that sometimes I don't hear all the words of a song. So I love it. Everyone near to me. And he's like, when Alaine did say, come, let's do it, he never meant you. Never forget that. I'm going to continue sing. This is no ordinary. And then you know how you see how you have to sing with expression. Some might not have the voice, but may have the stage presence.
This is the majority of it right there. Look here, Rochelle, sing your song. Sing every word wrong. It matters not.
Sing it right now, Rochelle.
No.
This is ordinary love.
Yes.
You start to do the shoulder move.
You did it, and you reach out to the people because
exactly.
See there, I love you.
But you know, one of the things too that struck me, I remember we had some overseas visitors that had come for some business. So we had taken them to dinner that night and they didn't know you. And they were like, who is this? Who is this? Why don't we know her? Wow. And you know what it was? It was that the stage is away from us, but there's a way that you are a joy carrier, that your presence just comes off of the stage and is there with us. And I remember thinking that night, I was like, this girl is just like ridiculously amazing.
Thank you so much.
Can I say something? So having worked in the music industry for a very long time, for me, one of the things that I have admired about you from day one is that you have always been a lady.
Oh, thank
you. Have never, ever felt like you had to do all the things that society expects for you to stand out and for you to be excellent and for you to be recognized. And you are a lady.
Oh, thank you, sis. That means a lot because like you don't always get it right, and honestly, my biggest success has come outside of Jamaica. You know, it's not that likewise, I've had success in Japan. I've had success in Africa, definitely. And of course, Caribbean, Europe, all of that, but not so much in Jamaica. Let me just be very honest, you know.
Yeah.
And that is something that has really taught me the importance of just really where you're planted, you know, wherever who I really appreciate them back, you know, and thank you, my love. Me not always get it right, Kathy, but what is so good is that I don't stop trying, you know, and I think that's the biggest lesson, you know, just stop.
So you sang my favorite song already. I mean, I told you the first time I heard it, I literally bawled, literally cried. So we have some others sharing their favorites.
Yes.
Of course, Most in a God is like comes up over and over and over. Gabby says Rising Love is her favorite.
Rising Love. All of those one drop ones, Heavenly.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, yes, bye-bye. I was like, absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. I wrote that song. You remember when the tsunamis? Oh, thank you, Melissa. Oh, wow. Thank you, Melissa.
How can I forget about Sacrifice?
So, Sacrifice.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
There's so many.
You know how I know, guys? I have a little Alaine playlist here.
Aww.
So I'm looking at them. I'm looking at Love of a Lifetime. Like, these are my songs that I play in the car.
Thank you, sis. That means a lot to me. That means a lot. Thank you so much. It's nice because enough people say, you know, you're the reason that I have children. I say, you're welcome. You know?
Yeah. Born to win.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you, comedian Clark. Oh
my gosh.
Thank you, Mario. Chop. Do you want
to RushCam said
Rush, you need to come back and sing it for us.
I feel like we need to bring back RushCam. RushCam,
you need to come back.
You can join us back right now, right away.
Come on, you are so amazing. Rush was on High Frequency a couple of weeks ago, and he's just such a bright light. Yeah. You know, see who you are.
Yeah. Right now. Tell him to join in.
Is he?
I'm telling him to.
Not back in.
Please, we want to talk to you. But this is so amazing, though, guys. Ladies, what you are doing, this is so awesome. The energy here is so positive.
Was he taking ring light off?
What is that face?
Insta. Him lighting, no, you know, the brand lady, you know, his brand is with the lighting and all of these things. Yeah.
My ring light is off. Let me tell you something. We understand them things there.
Nobody coming.
Yes.
Because Miami will be the first one to talk to him about his lights.
Okay, thank you. It's like,
you have really brought so much for us today. I mean, I am just thanking you personally. I mean, your expression of faith and the joy that you just, I mean, I feel so happy.
God, thank you, God. Thank you, Rushane. Thank you, sis.
This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
She looked me on my side, you know. She said, gray areas eat away at your soul.
Yeah.
They do.
Nobody will live on the fence.
And you're worth more than that. Your life is worth more than that. Your life is too precious for you to be seeping any joy out of your soul. Heck no. Your peace. How my peace I'll give to you if you keep your mind stayed on God. If your actions follow your words, then you don't have any cognitive dissonance. Then you don't have this constant, you know, oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, you know, no, and you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you know, where we choose. So what are you choosing for yourself, and why are you choosing it? Are you choosing it because you know you're a child of God, or because you know that you feel that you're guilty and so you know you pick things that never fed you in the first place, spit it out, throw it back. It was never meant for you.
Yeah.
What is meant for you will fill your soul with joy. That is it. Anything else has got to go.
The two of you took us to church.
Oh, nice. Hello.
Hello. Hello, Alaine.
Me say me love you one more time.
Alaine,
Yeah.
do you know that God has been connecting us in the last year
Yes.
through different
Different
Okay,
platforms.
so
Yeah.
when we're on Bigger Boss together, and like we kind of have been just touching. So I
Yeah.
think there's a plan.
I think so
there's a
too.
plan.
And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Did you know that Rush was my boyfriend?
Talk the things. Talk the
Talk
things.
about it.
Talk about it.
Let me sip a little tea. Let me sip a little bit more tea.
History create. Oh, we're history. So I got a call from IT, and IT said, we'd like you to come down and play. We're shooting down at Sandals. We have a new sitcom, and it's called Bigger Boss.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to play. What's the name again? Sheila?
Sheila, yes.
Sheila, who is the girlfriend of what was your character's name, Rush?
Delroy.
Delroy.
Right.
Like Delroy. It don't fit you, don't favor no Delroy. oh, but honey,
If there ever was a Jamaican name, it was Delroy.
Delroy.
But honey,
Rush.
Fitzroy. Eddie
Fitzroy.
Delroy.
Yep.
Delroy.
Glenn Roy. Ever Roy. So I want you to know that when we put out the flyer that you guys were going to be on the show, the very first comment that was posted was that Rushane can sing.
What? Rushane can sing.
But just a set.
He can.
Okay, so I used to do Father Hulang and Friends, and I used to do yeah.
You're in the right group, Rushane, because we're all singers here.
I know that you talk sing, Naomi. I know you talk sing.
Sorry. What did I say a while ago? Sing or C-A-N-T sing?
No, I said I know you talk sing.
Talk sing.
What is talk sing?
No, talk sing is big singing when you can sing and say da da da, and then I went down the road.
Right.
And I went down the road.
Oh my God!
Talk sing is like for you I would sacrifice.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you came on this platform and did that.
It's coming from outside. Now, you know, you're one of those people that will go on Rising Stars that them use for bloopers because you don't listen to friends when they tell you that you can't sing.
A spot.
No, because you don't listen to us when we tell you that you can't sing. You don't believe us.
And those people always go like this. For you,
Mel.
I would sacrifice.
And then do the hand.
You have to do this, right?
Yeah, you have to do this. I don't know what it is. It's like you try to connect to the outer space. What is this?
And you have to hold the mic at the top. You have to cover the mic.
Yeah, you see, you have the positioning. Fantastic. Is the sound now? We have to sort out.
You know what?
People are telling you.
I'm gonna start up myself. And I'm just going to surprise you one day on this platform, and your guys are going to be like, oh my God, we don't even need to have Rising Stars because Naomi Garrick is the winner of this competition this year.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is delusion. And it's fine because, you know, people go through different stages in life. We thank you that season.
Whatever keeps you going.
Yeah.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is delusion. You heard it from the Alaine. Okay.
Naomi, I don't know from a long time.
I feel like I'm being judged right now, and you're being very Anthony right now. Okay.
I want you to know because I love your cinnamon rolls. You are beautiful. You are a beautiful soul.
Oh, amen.
Oh, you're not beautiful.
Amen.
Rushane is only saying these things, guys, so that I still include her when I make cinnamon rolls, okay?
But I am your real friend because I told you the truth from day one. You can't sing.
What would you like to say, Rushane? What would you like to say over there?
So the cinnamon rolls, you do them from scratch, or you do it out of the blue something?
From scratch. It takes 3 hours.
Scratch. She bad.
Wow.
But it's not just cinnamon rolls.
Let me be
It's
the
not
judge
just
of
cinnamon
the
rolls. We can boast on her. We can boast on her. It's not just cinnamon rolls. She make the baddest banana bread from scratch too.
Oh my God.
She make the baddest chocolate chip cookies from scratch too.
Oh yes, goody.
That is why the
Our
text
thing's
of
up.
the line resonates with Naomi.
That's why what?
That's why the poisoning.
Lines poisoning because you're a cookie. That is why.
But Rush, you still don't sing for we yet, you know.
We're ready.
With Father Ola and friends.
Oh, I forgot. Melissa tried the cinnamon rolls. You see what she says? Can someone please highlight the one above that? She said, "Listen, Naomi's cinnamon rolls, wife material. For all those watching out there, I'm still single.
Yes.
And I do.
Amen.
Now you don't stop that yet. May I call Paul, you know? Don't let me call Paul.
No, don't call Paul. Don't call Paul.
Paul
Paul Bronson. You're trying to do live matchmaking on my thing.
Rush, we're still waiting on you to sing. Tell me what you sing and I'll sing back up.
Me too. I will support.
Let me.
I will not sing today.
Oh shucks, thank God. God is
Rush is gonna sing. Come on, sing one of the song them now.
I don't know what to sing.
Sing Sacrifice. You are just singing on chat.
Please no. I'm shy.
what is going on?
I'm shy.
That word is not to your vocabulary. You even know what that means?
No, but you know I'm glad we brought him on because you see, everybody always have like a shy thing about them.
Not Rush.
Yeah,
It's a shy lie, Rochelle. It's a shy lie.
Does he
No,
know?
let me tell you. I'm
understand.
not shy about singing the gospel.
Amen. So
Sing the gospel. Sing the
So
gospel.
you start Alaine.
which
You
what
go,
we are
Alaine.
sing? What we are sing? What we love? Which song?
No, Mama.
Let me sing Break Chain. I love that song there.
Oh, he said no.
Emerge can't reach this song.
No. What sing? Tell me one of your favorites, Rush. What is this going on?
This one.
Oh, this one.
The one that you
All right,
pulled out.
Alaine.
Yes.
Ready?
Which song?
I'll just sing a song that I like.
And I will sing a ooh behind him.
Alaine, just give me a song now.
Okay. Made Away. You like that song? Travis Green? Not really. That is a no. Look how much stuff.
Every Sunday you have your every Sunday you play so
It's all right, guys. We love all night. It's all right.
No, we have it. We have the night. At least
all night.
3 minutes. How about indescribable, uncontainable? Too high?
I can't mute in case we start singing.
All right, I'll sing a simple song.
Okay, good.
Say. Say that you'll stay just a little.
Woo!
Bye tonight.
Yeah.
You'll be mine. Just a little bit of love is worth a moment of your time. I don't remember the rest.
Yay!
I never liked that.
Pick another one then. Pick another one then.
Start another one, Alaine.
Make we sing.
Is this our own like verses?
Why can't we sing? It's a friend's house. Verse of nothing. We should do a duet. What we should sing?
Go.
Oh wow. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
I'm not breathing. There's no air.
Oh,
There's
oh God.
Good night. Look here. Guys, you know what? I will have a live with Alaine on Sunday. Alaine, you free on Sunday?
I will be free for you, my love.
We're going to
And you're gonna be prepared to sing?
I'll
hear that praise and worship live on Sunday. What time?
I will be tuned in.
10 a.m.
Sounds good.
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Sounds
We'll
good.
be there.
Awesome.
Put it in the comments, somebody. 10 a.m. live.
10 a.m. Sunday live.
Alaine and RushCam.
I love you. It has been, and you have to see the comments just rolling.
That message is like a preview for the versus battle this weekend.
Yes, it's true.
We have thoroughly enjoyed having you guys on. Rush, you know you are an amazing inspiration, and you touched so many lives today. And we are grateful that you took time out to come and share with us. Alaine, Joy Carrier.
Oh,
Joy Carrier. That's what you need to put in your bio. You need to update it.
Joy Carrier. I love
Joy Carrier.
so
For us, as I mentioned earlier, as we determine who is to come on, we always say that the Lord decides who is to come on.
Amen.
And tonight, we needed both of you on, and we needed how unapologetic you are in your faith walk. But in that faith walk, you're unapologetic about being yourself. And I am so personally grateful. I needed tonight.
Thank you. Oh, God bless you. Oh, wow. As you give, I receive. As I receive, I give it back to you. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's why you must come out with nice people.
Yes.
People. Yeah.
Thank you for coming back on. Even though you came off, you stayed, you watched, you rejoined us.
Oh, thank
you.
Thank you.
And you have so much wisdom. At 26, I never had that kind of wisdom.
Me neither.
Same.
I'm like, what?
It's God. Did you say something?
Rush, you're breaking up.
The internet.
Yeah. Aw.
Maybe he might come back. Yeah, I love Joy Carrier.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Joy Carrier. Thank you, Lady Daniel. Oh, wow.
Thank you for blessing us.
Oh, thank you, guys. And thank you for blessing me. This is great. Love
Lansdale, this is Lansdale's first time on our program.
Really?
Yeah, he's been
awesome. And he was an active participant.
Yeah.
Very active.
Thank you, Lansdale.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mimi.
Oh, is he back? Is he back?
Yes.
I see him crying. Boy, Rushane, with your little mic there.
Thank you, Opal.
Thank you, Opal.
We're not hearing one
We
thing.
love you too. We love you too.
Oh,
Come here.
love you. Oh, love you guys so much, guys. If you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and leave your comments. Thank you so much. And let us help RushCam get to 50K.
Yes, 50K. Subscribe.
He's almost there, guys. He's almost there. Let's help him get to that 50K.
Yes. And I will see you get to 5 million, my brother.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So it is. Yes.
Thanks, guys. Alaine, Rush, we love you. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday evening with us. Thank you to everyone in the chat and the comments. I don't know if we have, before doing our roundup as usual, maybe. So I guess we will say bye-bye to our guests. Ladies, what an awesome night.
Oh my gosh. I had to hold back the tears. You know how many times I had to take a deep breath?
Yeah. Well, we weren't crying, we were laughing. What
Yeah.
a night. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Really good.
I love this.
It was perfection.
It was, and we don't even want to talk about how long we are. It's a proper live though. This
I
is
realized
Yes.
we're past the 2 hour mark too, for sure.
proper. So anything happening on July 18th now? Anything you want to talk about?
Oh, yes. Let me get my close my notes. So on July 18th, guys, for those of you who missed it last week, we are actually going to be hosting our first virtual workshop. We're really, really excited about it. It's called Reset, and we're just resetting everything to wheel and come right back again. Bigger, better, and stronger. So it's an interactive virtual workshop. It's on July the 18th. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter so that you're on our mailing list, so that you can get to hear what's happening. We'll be posting a lot on our Instagram page at Ready to Immerse, so just follow us there. So you can get you more details. Registration is actually open on our Instagram page. You can click the link in our bio. The cost is going to be $37 US or $5,000 Jamaican. And we have a special for our emergers, which actually closes this Friday at noon, where you can actually be a part of the workshop for only $30 US or 4,200 Jamaican. So you don't want to miss that opportunity. And that's just open to our emergers. So you can click the link in the bio to get more details and to get a part of that deal. So again,
you have exams on a Saturday?
It's a Saturday.
Yeah, Alana said she has exams on the Saturday.
oh wow.
No, you never. Comedian Clark says we need a TV show with all of you guys. Oh my God.
Thank you, guys.
Working on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you everybody for joining us. We're so grateful that you chose to spend your Wednesday evening with us. It was an amazing evening. I mean, Rushy said it earlier, but God definitely had his hand on tonight. We didn't know, we didn't expect any of this, and it was timely, very timely.
Yay. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to our Emerge community. We love you. We love those that show up for us every single Wednesday without fail, our tribe. And to the new people joining us today, thank you so much. Every Wednesday, we're here right here at 8 o'clock p.m. on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. You can binge watch some of the previous episodes. We've had some really awesome guests on the show so far. And every episode is completely different from all the others. We don't even know what to expect sometimes, and we have a script that we try to follow. We definitely went off script tonight, and it made it so much nicer. Yeah. So, you know, we're not even going to announce who we're having next week. So make sure you follow us on Ready to Emerge on Instagram so you can find out who's joining us next week, Wednesday. I see Gabby asking. Follow us on Ready to Emerge to find out who will be joining us next week, Wednesday, on another Emerge Detour Essentials Live.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.